Well, that idea, of course, doesn't fit into the agenda of societal standards, so they spoon-feed you a new ideology, a new mask, and tell you how fucking beautiful you are in your new Gentlemen, self. The problem with Halloween is that eventually you get tired of wearing the mask. The costume becomes a burden, the fun, well, it wears off, and we simply want to return to ourselves. But in order to get what they're handing out and all that candy and to reap the rewards of the process, we have to continually play dress up and dance around for the audience. And for me, a handful of candy corn and a shitload of mini Snickers is not worth the price of having to put on another mask. And we've danced around like a monkey while the world shoots conditioning bullets at our feet for so damn long that we actually fool ourselves into believing we love this song and dance. But man, it's not a freaking dance. It's high stepping for our lives. Think about it. We're struggling just to stay afloat. All the while, another mask in the guise of a life-saving floaty is thrown right out of our reach. D.H. Lawrence said it best when he said, "Perhaps you're a slave to your own idea of yourself." End quote. I've been a slave to the idea of who I'm supposed to be, and it's a fucking boa constrictor around my throat, my heart, my very life. You ever sprinted a long distance, had a panic attack, been suddenly overcome with some catastrophic ordeal? That shit's like the biggest elephant in the world sitting on your chest. Get off of me, you fat, woke feminist. But let's carve away at this premise of what it means to be a slave to an idea of yourself. Because ideas in and of themselves are good and different hats for different occasions are necessary. For example, I don't wear the hat of best friend when I'm gathered with coworkers in a work meeting atmosphere. And I don't wear the hat of dad when I'm with a lady friend. Imagine the confusion. Hey, it's time to clean up and go to bed, lady friend. Well, maybe those hats can be worn simultaneously, but we are accustomed ourselves to transition from hat to hat because it is the oil that lubricates the friction from interaction to interaction. It makes life a little bit damn easier to navigate. The more capable we are in adjusting to each situation as needed, the more proficient we are in playing this game of life. But we have to remember the different hats, and these different hats should all come from the same hat rack. The rack representing your code, your honor, your set of rules that you play by. Too many men today don't even own their own hat. They're renting whatever popular hat is being passed around like some popular and contagious fun STD at an Epstein party. Yeah, the hat seems to fit perfectly until you get home and you realize you have a head full of lice, in which for the proverbial $19.99, they'll sell you the lice treatment as well as a new hat. Sound familiar? I want us to begin to think about our so-called ambitions, our dreams, and our purpose. Where did they come from? Are they ours or are they somebody else's? What's the end game of your ambitions? Do they fully satisfy you and you alone, or does it require a tremendous effort just to stay afloat? So that at the end of the day, at the end of your life, you can only enjoy a few handfuls of candy corn. And who in the hell invented candy corn anyway? Our mission as men is to avoid the candy corn of life. So what's the difference between the masks of the materialistic world and the hats of, let's say, functioning utility? For one, the masks are not an accessory to moving through life. The mask is a substitute for who you can be or who you could have been. The mask covers your true identity. They say, here, try this on for size and see how it feels. And that's how they get us. Act this way and you will be rewarded. Buy this car, this dream. Pursue this life with this mask and all will end in rainbows and ice cream. Not for you, of course, but for somebody higher up the ladder, tailoring the next mask for you to wear for their well-being. They keep shooting bullets at your feet, leaving you scrambling for their next cause. The hats of life, on the other hand, are of our own making. You choose which hat to wear, fully recognizing the accessory is to your benefit in orienting your way through the game of life. The key word, your life. Not the cheap life of another manufactured idea of who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act, but a life lived by our own damn rules. And that's freedom, that's sovereignty, that's actually living life. Struggling and hating who I'm supposed to be, that's crippled the very nature of what I could be. That idea within every man to climb the highest tree, to go a little further into the darkness, searching for new light, new meaning. That idea that says, be a man. Well, that idea, of course, doesn't fit into the agenda of societal standards, so they spoon feed you a new ideology, a new mask, and tell you how fucking beautiful you are in your new prison cell. So, the majority of people keep dodging bullets and changing masks more than a leftist liberal changes their facts. Masks are made by someone else for their benefit, and they sell them to you promising the instant dopamine fix of Pornhub. But we all know the end result of a Pornhub search. It leaves us feeling dirty, guilty, and enslaved to cheap temporary nonsense. Those lies attempting to burn away our truth. The hat still allows our face and our identity to be the main focus, but it also distinguishes us from the hatless crowd, all wearing the same damn mask. So ask yourself, who the hell am I trying to be and why? Wouldn't it be nice to remove the mask and quit racing for candy corn? And wouldn't it be even better to put on your favorite hat for the day and go from house to house condemning those pushing candy corn on the masses? Your idea of yourself is the best version of who you can be. Don't let the frickin' world mask you up and send you out trick-or-treating so they can ravage your spoils when you get home. Gentlemen, it's time to take off the mask of passivity and put on the hat of masculinity. Love and respect. You will hear from me next episode.